Hi class, today as we read, we are going to be doing the good, important work of checking for understanding. It's what a good reader does. You will know if you're understanding a book if you're able to talk about the book, if you're able to retell the book when it's all done, if you're able to picture and visualize what's happening in the story as you read, and even if you're able to write about the story. So, we are going to use the book Strictly No Elephants to do this work, and as I read, we'll stop every now and then and check if we're understanding. Strictly No Elephants. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. No one else has an elephant. Every day I take my elephant for a walk. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. He doesn't like the cracks in the sidewalk much. I always go back and help him over. That's what friends do. Lift each other over the cracks. I'm going to pause right here a minute and check for understanding. So I know so far that this story is written about a little boy who has a pet elephant. I know that this is not normal, and he doesn't feel like he quite fits in because all of the characters on this page, they have pets, but look, it's a bird or a cat or a fish or a dog. They're sort of normal pets, and he has a pet elephant. So he's sort of feeling like, I also know that the elephant is thoughtful. Look, it's raining here, and he's holding the umbrella for the little boy. And they're good friends. One of the reasons I know is he lifts the elephant over the crack when the elephant is a little bit nervous or scared. Today, I'm walking my tiny elephant to number 17. It's Pet Club Day, and everyone will be there. So they're ready. Look, they're even dressing alike. I thought that was sweet, and they're on their way to Pet Club Day. Come along. There's a good boy. I coax him the last few feet. It'll be fine. So I'm going to stop a minute. I'm noticing that he must be a little bit nervous, because it says he has to coax them. He's saying, come along, it's okay. And now look at their faces here. When I look up, there's a sign on the door. Strictly No Elephants. My tiny elephant leads me back to the sidewalk, never minding the cracks. That's what friends do. Brave the scary things for you. Now I want to stop a minute and check for understanding. They get to the house of where Pet Club Day is happening, and this little girl here says, no elephants allowed. And they are walking away discouraged, and here the elephant is even just walking over the cracks. He doesn't even He's trying to be courageous for the little boy right now because he knows that he's feeling very disappointed that they weren't allowed into Pet Club. Here they are again. It's raining and they don't even have their umbrella out. Look how the author even shows the sadness. The whole page just looks sort of gloomy. But then over here, I noticed something. I wonder if there's not much color on this page, but I noticed color on his shirt and I noticed color on her. I wonder if the illustrator wants us to pay attention to her. Did you try to go to the Pet Club meeting too? The girl asks. Yes, I say, but they don't allow elephants. The sign didn't mention skunks, the girl says. But they don't want to play with them either. They don't know any better, I tell her. He doesn't stink, the girl adds. No, he doesn't, I agree. What if we start our own club? This seems like a turning point in the story. So let's stop and check for understanding. They realize neither of them with their pets were allowed at Pet Club, and they decide, you know what, it's no fun feeling left out. Let's make a club together. Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me, because that's what friends do. Never leave anyone behind. Ooh, look at this picture, guys. Now, if we were going to stop here and check for understanding, you might even want to pause the video on this picture and talk about what is happening in the book right now. What's going on? Yes, did you say, look at all these interesting pets in the picture. I mean, there's a narwhal over here, and look at a porcupine, an armadillo, a giraffe, all kinds of strange pets or unusual sorts of pets. We can play here, one of our new friends says. I love how they have all kinds of new friends. So we paint our own sign. It says, all are welcome. Here's all the kids joining in. It says, my tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them. And then look at this, guys. Look at this last page. Do you recognize this little girl? The first time I read the story, I missed it. Hold on, the last page says, because that's what friends do. He's saying, my tiny elephant will give you directions if you need them, because that's what friends do. But look back. Do you remember when he's not allowed? It says strictly no elephants, and there's that little girl who's saying you're not welcome here. But then look where she shows up at the very end of the book. Now, boys and girls, my guess is this little boy and her will have a good conversation, and I think that he will say, come on in, join us. Of course you're welcome here. And I bet she'll learn some interesting information and some new ways to be a good friend. Hey guys, we stopped along the way and we checked for understanding. We were able to talk about the book. We were able to picture the book in our minds. And now you'll know you understand a good book if you can retell a story. Try that now. You'll use the prompt in the beginning of the story. Or maybe you'll even start, this is a story about a little boy and his pet elephant. Then you'll say, in the beginning of the story, in the middle of the story, and in the end of the story. So practice retelling this book. Another thing, guys, we're going to be, another way you check for understanding is if you can write about the book. And on the Dr. Dialogue, I have some prompts and I want you to write about this story. So you'll answer the question, what does it mean to be a good friend? What do good friends do? And then use an example from this book too. Think about what did this little boy do or the elephant do to show that they were a good friend, or this little boy's new friend that he meets with the skunk pet. So, all right, guys, you've got some good work to do today. Today and every day, as you read, pause and check for understanding. Reading is thinking, guys. You've got it. I'm so proud of the work you're doing. Keep it up. You have what it takes. Love you all.